Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is, good, right? So today I'm just feeling some kind of way as I'm exploring some of the things that I have dwelling within me that keep me from really going for it and experiencing what it is that I know I deserve, what it is that we all deserve, the love, the abundancy, the experience of just living out loud and being authentic and being true to who you are. So I think it's really important that as you are watching this, just take note of things that you're feeling, the ways that your thoughts that are coming up in your own head that may take you to another level of personal awareness. So one of the things that recently has happened, well, let me just stop there. I've always had issues with just self-valuing and self-loving self. That whole concept of accepting yourself as who you are without judgment, without shame, without guilt has been something I've come to within the last 2 years. Well, since 2010 was when it really opened up to another level, but really hitting it the last 2 years. Thick Thigh Therapy is truly about looking at the places in your life that you might not feel 100% secure, or you may have insecurities around. Mine personally being with my body, my thighs, and my butt. Just the environment I grew up in, it was always shamed and judged in a way that made me feel less than. And so recognizing how beautiful they are, and yes, they are beautiful. I just was given this wonderful quote or a phrase that I guess is going around, that my thighs touch because they love each other. Yes, my thighs touch because they're deeply in love with each other. I think they're married. I think they're on their honeymoon. They're inseparable. But this whole concept of recognizing that the shape that I have is actually godly. It's beautiful. It's perfectly made because it's how it was created. And coming into this place where it's like, oh my gosh, I really am loving who I am. I love the way I look, I just love me. It's a new experience, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to have moments where you're feeling some kind of way, and feelings that are normal to you don't creep in. Like when I put clothes on sometimes still, I'm like, ooh. But then I'm like, that's not even an accurate feeling. That's not from you. That's not how you feel about this. This is what you were conditioned to think. Let's relook at that. How do we look? How do we feel? What is going on? What's the problem? And a lot of times what I find is that I'm not looking like something I saw. Not really something, like, oh, this really is unflattering. So I have to recreate or cultivate those feelings and redesign them so I'm walking in a place of a healthy mindset. What's interesting is how we pass this on to our kids. My son is gorgeous. He is absolutely phenomenal. Like, the kid has this amazing athletic build. He has long legs. He has great muscle tone. He just has like this amazing shape to him. And here's the crazy thing. Like, I was telling him the other day, like, people actually go to the gym, they train, they do all these amazing things to look like you. And you naturally have this, and you're not training it to be its best machine because he's into sports. So I sat up and I realized, as I'm saying this to my son, people say this to me all the time about the way my butt is shaped, the way my hips are shaped, the way my thighs are shaped, that people want that. And it's really interesting that how we don't see what we want when we're looking at what we have. that we're somehow like, well, if I look like this, if I had this, if I was taller, if I was this, I was that, whatever, if I was skinnier, we don't smell the roses that are in our own garden, right? And I'm sitting here looking at my son, and I'm realizing that I'm passing on what has been passed on to me and what I've felt like over the years. And it's something that I can literally dissolve by loving myself. Because by being an example to him of what it looks like when you are in love with yourself and you put yourself in a space where you're taking care of yourself, like I'm going to the gym. You know, I lose and gain weight all the time. I ate a bunch of crazy food, delicious Porto's in California, Cuban bakery that has the best baked goods. Oh my gosh, they're so good. But $80 worth of baked goods between two people in less than 2 weeks is gonna have an outcome that probably won't be desired. And mine is currently working off the belly that I gained and having to be rehabilitated after a car accident, having surgery, all these different things that kind of slowed down my process of removing it. It's not huge to most people. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I don't even see anything. But to me, it's something because I know that's not where I was and that's not where I want to be. But I'm the one that ate the most amazing baked goods from Porto's. I'm the one that decided to sleep in instead of getting up and go to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning or go walking or whatever it is. I'm the one that makes the decision to do the things that are going to have the outcomes. Whether I realize it or not, I'm the one making these decisions. So it's important that as I'm making these decisions, that I'm thinking about how the way I think, the way I feel is going to impact those that are watching me, especially mine. So coming to this place where I've created Thick Thigh Therapy and we're working on the logo, which we're in the trademarking of it. Yay! So excited. It's already been trademarked here in Arizona, but we're in the process of the federal trademarking. So I'm so excited about that. And you know, the fact that a seed was set that really celebrates the thing that I was so self-conscious about, and I am now like appreciating and loving, and hearing this response from my friends and some of the other people that have hit up the community saying, oh my gosh, I love that. When are you going to start selling them? Or when is this taking place? That is really exciting to me because I was creating it for myself to empower myself, and I thought, you know, a couple people would probably want it, but as I was getting them made and as I'm working on them, to hear some of the guys that are seeing it, I want a shirt like that. Yo, I want that shirt. Like, you got to make that shirt for us too. Like, we all want to be accepted. We all want to be encouraged and loved. Now, a lot of people love curves. They love to celebrate them. They love looking at them. They love playing with them. They love being surrounded by them. And there is a love and appreciation for curves, especially the kind I have. And coming into that and accepting that and being excited about that and saying, wow, you know what? If I can start to see myself with the same type of appreciation and love that they see me with, and I see that not just within my body, but I see that in the way that I think. I see that in the way that my spirit is out there. I am unstoppable. So with that, I have to become unapologetic. I can't worry about the fact that, oh yeah, I don't have mascara on today. Oh yeah, my teeth are missing. Oh yeah, this, that, and the third. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's about deciding to be your highest and best self. So, as I venture on and as I see the seeds that I've planted in my son, and we start talking about these things, about how we may feel less than, and the truth is we are more than enough. We are dynamic and perfectly made the way we are, and we should celebrate that, and we should encourage ourselves and others to be our strongest, most beautiful self. And I really am so blessed to be around a bunch of beautiful women and men that are going in the direction of growing themselves to be better, so that they can make the world a better place, and they can do things in a way that we collectively are growing. And I see that taking place in the community, and I'm super excited to start putting my stuff together for Orgasmic Living 1111, where it really is a course talking about the energy of creation and how to master all levels of orgasmic energy. And yes, I do mean all levels of orgasmic energy. Oh my gosh, so amazing. And as I'm being released from things that are holding on to me, I too am going into this journey. Like, I do not profess that I'm there. I just see the path of what it takes to get there, and I'm walking it, and I'm sharing it as I'm walking it, instead of sharing it once I get there. Because the reality is, you know, like, I have duct tape on my door handles in my car. You know, my seats, the leather got messed up. I'm not trading it in because of the fact something isn't right in it. I'm going to make a solution, and I'm going to roll with it, and it's going to be what it is. And it doesn't make this car any less amazing. It doesn't make my life any less amazing. You know, it just is. And so I find myself in some of the most beautiful places. I find myself in some of the places that it's like, yo, we need to get this together. Sometimes my hair is absolutely fabulous. Sometimes my hair is still waiting to be done. You know, it's just come as you are and be your authentic self, and know that you're loved. Wrinkles on the forehead, chin hair every once in a while, you know, whatever it is, whoever you are, gray hairs that I've had since I was 20, you know, come as you are. You're perfect, you're beautiful, you're loved. So with that being said, I love you, Michelle LLC, Thick Thigh Therapy, Orgasmic Living 1111, deuces. I don't know where that came from, but I think it's funny. Deuces. Bye. Have a good one.